Hi, we're back. This is Beno Engelhardt and myself on my last YouTube for today. Of course, you can see these on a weekly basis, so you don't really care whether we did them on one day or not. But this is, I think, the 8th or 10th YouTube today. Right, Mike? Yeah. So we're working right now, we're talking a little bit about Mr. Herbert Lincoln Clark, who was born on September the 12th, 1867 in Woburn, Massachusetts, which is about 10 miles from Boston. So there's a great tradition of trumpet playing there. He was essentially an American, but his ancestors landing at Plymouth. But he also spent a lot of time in Canada. In Huntsville, he had a band in Huntsville also. So he was a great cornet soloist, and he played with Gilmore, Victor Herbert, Fred Innes, and later with, of course, the famous Mr. John Philip Sousa. So we're looking now at, from his 24 characteristic studies, the first study in C major, and talking about the consistent movement of the valves, but also the consistent movement and the control of the airstream to support the embouchure. So I'm going to play a little bit of number 1. Just spending a little time concentrating and demonstrating different aspects of it. The bigger the interval and the less change in the valves, the more, especially when you go up to a note that's in the overtone series without any valves, you need more direct and conscious movement of the air from the stomach. Beno, have you ever played these?
No.
No? Okay. These are, for me, the bread and butter of
Willst du mehr Brot? Ne?
bread and butter. Brot und Butter.
Probieren wir es halt.
Ja, probierst du halt, okay. Willst du Nummer 1 spielen, oder?
Ja, fangen wir mal Nummer 1.
Okay, Nummer 1.
So.
And then the difficulty is then after that go down into the lowest register and play low G and then continue on. That was pretty good though, Beno. You're from Blatt, huh? Yeah, bravo, Beno. Bravo.
Ja, aber es ist...
It's straightforward, but still, you still have to be able to play it. Very good, Beno.
Klingt
Wonderful.
ähnlich wie andere.
We could change off then, when you get a chance. I mean, Beno,
Okay.
Every 2 bars or 4 bars or whatever. Alle
Ja,
4
sollen wir hier
Takte.
warm machen?
Ich fange dort
Okay.
an und du nimmst es von hier weg?
Ach so, okay. Na, ich kann schon... Ja, okay.
Oder willst du dann gleich da anfangen? Meinetwegen, wie du
Machen wir
willst. Yeah. But after this is really trying you. And I have, when I play that, I have to really be very conscious about moving the air when it goes up to that. Now, I'm just talking about where I think the listener might understand that it's not only a question of being able to play it from prima vista or from Blatt like Beno is doing so beautifully, but also a question of how to use the exercise to reduce the pressure of your lips and to be able to go from one range to the other without getting tired. Because the whole idea of these exercises is to develop endurance and technique so that one can play other pieces. This is an etude, but other pieces though. He does an extra thing at the end where you make a diminuendo into pianissimo. There's another very nice one here that you might want to look at, Beno. I enjoy playing it. It's very, very good for my... Well, first of all, that's a bolero again here. Getting these notes to speak. It's always a, trying to get these intervals. That's number 16. But number 15 is very nice, just again from our theme of today anyway, about airflow. And sometimes I play things double tempo, and then I play things half tempo, and then double tempo, so I can concentrate on certain things. It's easy to fluff over things, and you go, oh, well, maybe on a better day. But it's always has to be a good day. Jedes Mal muss es gut sein. And you can hear I'm really banging the valves down, so that the instrument resonates each time with it. That's a very good exercise. But again, this bolero is really very fun because it's got. Oh, you can't play it if you have any water in it. Otherwise, it won't speak. So I'm really surprised you don't know this book, or do you own the book and never played it?
In Alban?
Yeah, no, this. Clark.
Ich habe nur die Schmale, die ist nicht so ausführlich wie das.
This
Bei weitem nicht.
No, this is 4 books. This is his characteristic studies. Yeah. Also there's technical studies, characteristic studies, setting up drills, and elementary studies. His elementary studies are very revealing and helpful. Just the simplest things even, I just want to play a little bit more about this. It's much more difficult than the flugelhorn because you have to move so much more air. But it's a lot of fun to play, So if the viewer at home has never played these etudes from Mr. Herbert L. Clark, you need to for sure try them. And can you take my flugelhorn because this is going to fall down in a second. Have you got it? Okay. Oops, there we are. That's what happens when you got so many books and things on the same stand. Technical studies,
Yeah,
very important.
Yeah. This is it.
This is his. I don't know. Have you ever seen this? This is also his.
Nee, haben nur mit den Techniken.
Yeah, well, this
Technical
is
studies gearbeitet.
his elementary studies. Method of breathing, common sense. It's very, very interesting what he writes here. He talks about mouthpiece placement that I don't agree with, but it's very, even the very first here for students. I mean, why don't you play the top line and I play the bottom line?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, now for a student that's just, he thinks, oh, that's boring. But if you got this other part going on beside you, it's fun.
Yeah, okay.
And you're just really holding out very simple things with crescendo and diminuendo. I'll play number 2, the top line, and you play the bottom line.
Okay.
Now, when I was still teaching at the university, Fachmethodik, which is how you teach to teach, I used to have my students make 6 months of lessons. So that's 6 times 4, 24 lessons for beginner. Using their own method and using handwritten duets that they thought of for their students. Because it's important, I think, sometimes to write new duets for a student that maybe can't play as high, or maybe you want him to play lower, or he has problems with his air or his endurance or tonguing or whatever, to help him in the beginning. And I think a student, when you take a piece of paper and write something down and say, okay, I want you to practice this, then they have a completely different attitude towards it than just something that's out of a book. Yeah? Yeah, it's personal then, yeah, it's personal. So it's very easy to write something like, you want to play, I'll play the number 3 and you play the top part. Nummer 3. Du spielst oben, ich spiele unten, Nummer 3. So we can do it again, double as quick. Which is also interesting. Then they get a young student gets a sense of tempo, a sense of pulse, a sense of the difference between what's double as fast and what's half as slow and whatever. So, well, thank you very much, Beno. I'm glad you came by, and let's now maybe order a pizza or something. Huh? You hungry?
Yes.
Yes. We can order a pizza. Maybe Mike Albert, the film man here, would you like to eat something with us too, Mike? Okay, great. He's nodding back and forth. Thank you very much. I hope to see you again. We're gonna be next week again. You're gonna be here with me next week, right? We'll make another 10 or 15 more. I'm gonna play the C trumpet and French repertoire and whatever. But thank you very much for tuning in to The Man with the Horns. Richard Carson Steuart in La Tromba Music. Thank you very much, Beno, for coming by. Bye now.